Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome back to the Application of Knowledge podcast, baby. We here.
We in the building.
We got Chris James here.
In the building.
We got Stephen Michael.
In the building.
And of course, we got me, Animated Mel.
In the building.
I think we're on episode 81.
80. Uh-oh.
81. Last episode I said 79. It was actually 80.
Well, that's what messed me up then, Mel.
It's all good. My bad, man. My bad.
81?
I wasn't feeling too well last episode, man.
You let us mess the episode up.
My bad, man. But we back on track like a train that fell off. You feel me? But welcome back, man. I hope y'all had a beautiful weekend, a beautiful day. What's good?
I'm still thinking about the train that fell off.
Think about the metaphor. Hey, it's a little dark in here.
Is it?
It's a little dark in here. I don't know why it's so dark.
The color,
in here.
the color, what you call it, the filter is weird out.
Yeah,
right
it's
here.
weird, man. I feel. You know what? We should have put on some suits.
I don't think it's
We
dark.
would have been a Men in Black. Here come the Men in Black.
We could put on suits this
I
weekend.
bet Steve got that suit already.
It's the MIB. Yeah, you probably do got a suit, don't you? Getting all fresh and all that.
Yeah, I'm wearing it this weekend.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's going on, people? What's going on in the world? Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, or y'all want me to just go down the list? And I'll sit down.
Hey, man, I'm afraid to bring stuff
I
up.
think we should.
You afraid to bring stuff up? Hey, Steve,
Yeah, I get
man.
reprimanded
Nah,
after.
There's no reprimand. If you got anything on your heart, speak it, man. You know what I mean?
I can't. Nah, man. I spoke my heart earlier, man. Chris said we can't talk about it.
Okay. It's all good. But did you all see, there's this, the internet's always in an uproar about stuff, about things that rubs them the wrong way and the things that get them offended. So there was this bad chick. There was this white girl.
Okay, so we starting off on the right foot then.
Oh. It was this white girl, and she posted her getting her hair done, and her hairstyle that she got was braids.
Oh shit!
And she ended up getting braids.
Culture vulture.
Yeah, and so a lot of people, they were getting upset, because she's a white girl.
Yeah.
And how dare her get braids?
Yeah, and so she went viral because a lot of people were in uproar about her.
Let me get braids and go viral.
Right.
Let me go viral.
Nah,
So
you gotta be a white girl.
I'm gonna show you a picture of her too, because she was looking nice.
If her braids aren't clean, it's a wrap.
Let me see if I can find her. I think her name
Were they
was
cornrows like braided to the head, or were they like braids like she could whip them?
Nah, they were cornrows.
Yeah, they were. They were definitely cornrows.
I don't think they get that.
I mean, I grew up seeing white girls with cornrows. Like
the basketball players.
I mean, it wasn't like a common thing because most white people don't know how to cornrow. So, but they were French braid.
It's their hair, right? They'll French braid. Yeah, it's their hair.
Like the texture, they'll slip.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just gets frizzy. You know what I mean? It doesn't hold well.
Yeah. Well, maybe she's one that maybe she likes black guys, and she just and her man said, "Hey, girl."
She actually does. She's with a black dude.
Yep. See.
Oh, well, that's why she got braids.
That's why she. I mean, like what? I mean, what? I don't understand. Like,
but how do you feel about that? Like when people from other cultures, they get things that I guess you could say is stolen in a sense. Maybe an Asian person getting braids.
when that one girl, what was her name? She did the lip thing. She put it's like originally I guess it was a Spanish culture thing where they would do the dark lipstick or the lip gloss and then have the darker outliner. So it makes the lips pop even more. Mm-hmm. And it was like Justin Bieber's girlfriend or Hailey Bieber or wife, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Y'all know?
I know you're talking about.
Something like, I don't know. I don't be following these people. But she posted it as if she like created it. Like, this my lip, routine.
Oh.
and the internet went crazy on her, right? Because they were like, that's not you thing. You trying to take that as yours? Like, we've been doing this since 2000. Like,
Yeah, I mean, as long as I can remember.
Black and brown women.
I can't
Like
remember her damn name. I just looked it up earlier.
It's internet, man. Just put the white girl who got
I
the
did.
braids.
The white
Nigga,
girl
they
with
just got a
braids.
whole. I did. I literally.
A lot of white
put
girls with braids.
White girl with braids, and nigga just has a list of white girls with braids.
anyway, I don't dude, it doesn't bother me.
You don't feel like it's what culture vulture?
Yeah, no, because here's the thing. Like, how many? Let's look at black women and let's look at how many of them wear blonde wigs. So, I mean, what's the difference?
It's the exact same thing.
It's the exact same thing. Like, they're wearing blonde wigs. They're putting tracks in their hair to make their hair straight.
They're getting boob jobs and butt implants.
You're doing the exact
Botox.
You're doing the exact same thing that they're doing. And but here's dare I say, I would assume if it was cornrows, she at least used her own hair. Like,
ooh, that's shade. Is that shade?
I mean, no, it's the truth.
Ooh.
It's just the truth. Like, it's just a fact. Now, I'm not saying that, like, listen, I love when a black woman has her hair, her natural hair, and she'll straighten it for an event or something, or, whatever. Like, I love that. I love it when it's in an afro. I love it when it's curly. Like, I don't understand why we as melanated people don't wear our natural hair more often.
Yeah.
Right? But yet we then get upset when other people then take or borrow or culture vulture our typical standard styles. And let's be honest, nowadays you don't even see women walking around with cornrows anymore. They do cornrows to hide their hair and put on the wig.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even tell you the last time I saw a woman out in the day with cornrows.
Except for white girls.
All right, here's a video of.
First of all, she don't even look white.
Maybe it's the makeup, but nigga, she's hold on, nigga.
I mean, her hair. She looks. Is she 100% white? Like, do you know?
Yeah, she's 100% white, and she's like a model for like Playboy.
I don't have any problem with it. I think, Steve, you made some good points. Obviously, we do the same thing, meaning our people do the same thing. I mean, look at the nails and the contouring, the way that they do their makeup. You're stealing from the queers and the drag queens and the transsexuals.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid, because if it's like, oh, you can only do what your culture has a grip on, then y'all got to give up your entire identity in modern times.
I mean, if you think about it, everyone takes from other cultures in some form or fashion, whether it's their food, if it's tattoos. People get tattoos and they get Japanese kanji,
right?
And they get all these symbols and stuff. So. And women, they get the same stuff too, So the fact that people get upset, it lets you know what their mindset is.
How dare you?
How dare you? Because I understand their mindset. Because I honestly used to think like that. Like how, like, nah, it belongs to us. You're appropriate. It's culture appropriating our stuff, and you're not giving credit and all that stuff. I'm like, bro. Like, this is America. This is the world we live in. We share, we learn, we take things. Like, you shouldn't get offended to the point where you're cursing someone out.
They was going in on her page?
Like on her TikTok. They that's why, it was like such a big uproar that everyone's, getting upset, cursing her out. Like, someone was saying, like, I see how you gonna let this Becky or this big nose B word. You can be, take our culture. You can be the mascot for us and stuff like that. I'm just like, yo, y'all are tripping to be so upset over braids.
Yeah.
Braids.
The insecurity is crazy. And, at the end of the day, let's keep it 100%. You don't own it. Otherwise, can't nobody take it.
Exactly.
When you own something, can't nobody take something you own. You don't own it.
Like, I could see if it was like a copyright or trademark or something like a business idea,
hairstyle,
or something that's being stolen from an individual, but to get upset and to be so angry over a hairstyle?
Is this a woman thing?
It has to be.
What do we see Asian people, like, when they get fades? Do men say anything? When we see when we see white guys that have a fade with a part down the middle, and they got an eyebrow slit. I mean, do we look at them and
or
say,
even the mohawk? They'll get the mohawks, or they'll get the braids with the taper.
I mean,
and all that.
I have never seen this with men. Think about it.
Like,
I can't give you now. Maybe it's happened. I don't know.
Men getting upset at other men.
Just something that a man
because of
did.
A style that's been taken from a culture.
Yeah.
Not well. I mean, I don't.
I think I'm talking about at least in recent times.
The only thing that men get upset about is business. So, for example, if you are eating like Vlad, if you're eating off of our culture, the way that Vlad did, then
Oh, I can see like a hip hop because they do the same thing with Adam 22.
Yeah,
They'll get upset because he'll interview rappers, but he's doing it because he's promoting the clashing of rappers that's beefing in the streets, and it's actually legit beef. And he'll bring them on their podcast, and he'll talk about, so you don't want to clap back at them and stuff like that. But that's within the hip hop culture,
perpetuating the drama and the stigmas.
right.
So it's creating an ecosystem of violence instead of just appreciating it for what it is.
Right. And I almost feel like that's more legitimized. I mean, I guess some could make the argument that it's the same thing. I don't know. I personally wouldn't go so hard because at the end of the day, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, number one. Number two, are you just mad because they're making the money? Or, like, what are you actually mad about? Because if you're mad because they're perpetuating the violence, well, okay, get mad at the labels.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, now that I think about it. Something I saw in that video. At the very end, she put up the middle finger.
Yeah, to the people who are saying that she should take.
So that wasn't her first video.
Nah, she has plenty of pictures and videos and stuff.
So that's not the one that went viral. That's what I'm saying.
No.
So this is her clap back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like she's getting the braids and saying ha ha.
So that's why I didn't know.
Like
so
she got the braids. It's just sort of like you posting the hair because y'all hair look real nice.
Hey, thank you.
And
Thank you,
it's
sir.
like y'all posting y'all pictures and then everyone's just hating. Like y'all ain't from Jamaica or something like that.
I mean, there's a great example. Oh, we're taking their hairstyle, or like, bro.
Yeah, Steve, you looking real Caribbean right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
All you need is green and yellow.
Is there something about me?
Yeah.
The beads, the sunglasses, the hair.
Something about you.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? What's something I can say to the Caribbean mommies?
Nothing.
Nothing.
We don't know anything.
Oh shit! I got no riz.
not-
Sop, I swear. Or what?
I don't even.
I don't even know what
You know what I mean?
Bumba clap.
You know what I mean?
Hey, but
That's racist.
Yeah, I don't even know what it means.
I think it's a noun.
that's
It
disrespectful.
could be anything. It's a person, place, or thing.
Yeah. So I don't think it's like. I think it's very immature and it's a primitive mindset to get upset over things like that. There's so much things in the world that's happening that you should direct your energy towards instead of getting upset over a white girl wearing braids.
Did you go through the comments by chance? Was it mostly women?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's not even a question.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I want to make a point. So so we understand that, and please don't take this offensively,
Man.
but it's just the truth. I'm talking to the people, right? Women are followers, right? And that is just a fact. It's not meant to be a slight or anything of the nature. It is a fact.
Yeah, they allow society to dictate how they feel a lot of times.
Well, that's because they're followers, right? So, and that's okay, but but men are typically leaders. That's why women like men that are more masculine. They are assertive. They are the ones that are handling the finances. Women like to lead and support. Biologically, that's what they do. And men are the ones that, push through, and they, they're the assertive ones. So when one woman jumps on this bandwagon and starts saying something, it will then trigger something in the mind, and then others just start to follow. This is why when these things happen, it's typically women. Because I would see that, and I wouldn't, even if I felt that way, I wouldn't say anything.
Let me see.
Even if I felt that way.
White, you're ignorant.
Because what were they saying to you when they said you don't, like, you're ignorant of? What were they saying you were ignorant of?
Saying how slaves used to hide food in the cornrows, and that's how, and they would make maps in the cornrows, and that's the significance of it. So it's not just hair. it's something more. And I get it, I understand that, but don't assume that I'm ignorant. I don't know that just because I have braids. They said it's okay.
I didn't know that.
If I'm educated, but
It's
when I am
made up.
educated, they assume that I'm not, and it's still a problem.
Well, that's stupid. My daughter doesn't know that. I didn't know that.
Shit, I had braids.
It's made up.
I
It
mean,
didn't happen.
I mean, let's be honest. I guarantee you, if we tracked that hairstyle, it doesn't even start with.
I mean, there's
African American.
there's a Dutch braid.
I mean, like we didn't. What? So we have taken that. What do you think that we're the black people? Were the first slaves? Like, do you think that, like, bro, this has been going on for centuries, since the beginning of time. Like, and it's so crazy because, like, when we talk about slavery, it's always like, oh, only black people. It's like, bro, like, white people were enslaved as well, right? You go to the Irish, the red-haired people. They were the red-haired people.
I mean, this world that we live in is it's been full of slaves.
I mean, there's slaves right now.
it's just
right?
we're in America, so we just focused on the history that they told us, and
The history they told
Right,
us.
the history we've been taught.
Yeah, the history we've been taught. So they're telling us our history, that our lineage is literally, it started from slavery.
Right, that's when it started.
Yeah.
So what happened before then? Oh, we don't know. No. So
Every culture, every society, every color has been enslaved, or in
white
also,
people were slaves.
There are people of melanated descent who were slave masters.
Even most of the people tangled up with the elite have been enslaved and are enslaved because they can't just go off and do whatever they want.
Right, the slavery maybe look different, but I mean, you look at y'all up here ordering from Shein, right? All these people, they're getting paid $5 a day.
They love Sheen.
And
They don't
that's-
want to hear nothing
Oh,
bad
they don't
about
want to hear
Sheen.
nothing bad about Shein.
That stuff is on the low too.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, you know what I'm saying?
You don't, and why is it so cheap, bro? It's so
Slave
the
labor.
tox- yes, and the chemicals, bro.
Well, yeah,
they want people
the
wearing
fabrics
those
are bad
chemicals.
also.
Those fabrics are bad.
You
They
gotta
are
be careful
bad,
what you
bro.
order,
They're
yeah.
bad for your body. No one even considers that,
I'm just, you know what I mean? We open minded, man.
bro. I'm in the midst of researching linen boxers. I'm like, I got to at least get linen
I
boxers.
just was looking at that too.
Linen boxers.
I got to at least
at
get
least
some linen.
Cotton, linen.
Linen is the highest vibrating.
I thought it was cotton.
Linen.
Oh, okay. Or wool.
Linen.
You gonna wear wool boxers?
I wear bamboo.
Them nuts gonna be sweating.
No, bamboo would be fine because you turn it into fibers. It'd be fine.
Them nuts. You gonna have some nuts
Yeah.
gonna be.
No, you'd be surprised. It's breathable.
Wool?
Yeah, you think about the lamb or
Wool
whatever.
boxers. That
Bruh, I
sound
don't-
hot.
Yeah, it sounds
That
hot.
sound hot.
Or even linen.
But what do you think about the lamb? The like they got all that wool. You think they just be walking around sweating all the time?
I feel like they just be hot.
You talking about the animal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mel,
It depends.
Mel said, "Let me say a prayer for him." Let me
hey,
see.
shout out to
It,
the
it
animals.
depends on how it's constructed.
Hey man, no, you're right. But yeah, we and I noticed because I bought some things from them, and they're all polyester, nylon, rayon, and the material is terrible for us.
Spandex.
It's terrible.
Terrible for us.
And you already know the dyes are too.
Oh
obviously.
my god, they just recently linked Lululemon, whatever these leggings. There's a legging company, big popular legging company, was just linked to having forever chemicals in the crotch area of leggings, specifically in the crotch
Specifically in the
area.
crotch.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So if you have a company like that
That goes deep.
that is doing it, right, whether it's on purpose or not, right? I don't know, but every other why wouldn't every other company?
Well, here's the
or-
thing. Lululemon, they don't have to necessarily be doing it on purpose because the powers that be, these systems,
Yeah.
are going to do it for them.
How the fabric is milled, how it is woven, and there's chemicals, there's dyes. That's but in women's leggings in particular, they usually have something in that area to because of leakage.
I mean, most women wear leggings. Most leggings are worn by women, not by.
No, but I understand.
Well,
They're
Right.
finding them in men's boxers also, boxer
I
briefs.
mean, I'm not.
They're
I'm not
changing them.
I'm not surprised.
Right. So, like we think about like all these chemicals, and women are always, they're my thyroid is bad and
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're under attack. I was in Kohl's. Quick story. We can move.
No, you gotta do your thing.
I was in Kohl's, and I was shopping for some school supplies for the children. and I was checking out, and the line was long. There was only 3 people in line, but the 2 registers were held up because something was happening. So the lady called up for a cashier twice. It was just taking forever. Someone finally came, and they have Sephora in Kohl's.
The makeup spot.
Right, makeup, hair, all that. Perfume, right? You can literally smell it when you walk into Kohl's. It's right in the front of the store. And the girl comes out of the store, and she's like, all right, first person go to register 2, second person, which is me. She's like, I'll take you inside Sephora. And I literally looked at her, and I just was like, and she was like, okay, no, you don't have, you can wait in line then. Right? She got an attitude because I didn't want to come inside Sephora.
Well, I mean, I can understand.
I mean,
that.
why you didn't want to come in Sephora?
I understand.
Right.
Why?
If I'm working, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to help you out.
Right,
Like, yo,
Right.
Of course, it's
right.
gonna
She doesn't
offend her, that makes
understand, but I understand that those chemicals and the fragrances and all this stuff, because I recently got rid of all this stuff. That's why you didn't smell any candles, the sprays. I mean, I have incense, but they're not.
I'm sure they're fine.
I'm sure there's something, but I ain't seen nothing about them yet. But all those types of fragrances, the sprays, and I had all that stuff. It's all gone, right? Because I really started to dive deep into. I changed the detergent, my laundry detergent, everything, because obviously I learned more information, and then I knew some of this prior, but I'm just like, that's not a me thing. And then as I started digging into it a little more, I'm like, nope, that stuff has been affecting me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I started removing these things and intentionally being very cautious about when I'm driving and I see a truck, and he hits the gas and all this black smoke comes out, I'll hold my breath, right? Or
I mean, it's gonna still get through your skin, but yeah.
I mean, at least I'm in the car.
Well, yeah.
I'm at least it's oh my God. It's mitigation, right? It's mitigating risk. So I intentionally know what they're about, right? And going in there, yes, it's not a big deal. Okay, maybe, but also at the same time, and I at least know, so I limit or mitigate my risk.
Yeah.
And by doing that over and over and over, then by the next 2 or 3 years, there are so many less chemicals that get into my body, right? Just by doing those little things, right? And I had to let Bath and Body Works go, man.
Bye, baby.
I had to let him go,
when you
man.
did that, I said respect, because I think around the same time that you started getting rid of your stuff, I sent you something because
it was right after, and I said that's why.
Yeah,
I'm
I've been known about this.
Yeah.
That's why I got baking powder in there, for my detergent. But I knew obviously, we were at different places, but I've been very intentional about reducing. I'm not perfect. I still wear plenty of chemicals, but like my toilet paper is brown right now because.
Please explain that. Please don't.
I'm just saying, it's like when you go to a restaurant, you get the brown napkin. It's non-dyed. It's just the same way you get pesticides and crap in your cotton, you can get it in the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Toilet paper has a tremendous amount of chemicals in it.
And we just wipe it right, and we just bypass our immune
right
system.
in our booty
You put it
hole.
right in your anus.
or
and that goes right into
for
your blood.
women, I mean,
wherever.
yeah.
Right,
Do
wherever.
y'all like wiping y'all booty hole? What?
What kind of
I'm
question is
just
that?
saying, like, do you like wiping your booty hole? Because some, like in other countries, they use water to clean their booty hole after they're,
I don't think I quite understand the question. Do I like it? Do I get pleasure from it? I don't understand your question.
Is it fun or exciting?
Like, do I wipe an extra time because I get to touch it? Like, what?
Pause.
No, pause your whole.
That's why I said pause. I'm just saying, like, when you all are wiping your booty hole, do you think like, man?
I use a bidet.
Would you prefer to use a bidet?
That's what I
don't
use.
Use a bidet. You don't use the bidet. You wipe your booty hole with toilet paper in your hand. You know what I mean? So, I want to invest in like a bidet or something like that.
I'd be down for that. They use it in Europe.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm
a bidet, that's obviously much better.
Y'all know what I was talking about.
No,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't.
know what
I
I'm
still
talking
don't
about.
understand your question.
I don't.
Chris,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I don't know
Chris
what you're talking
has a male sense, nigga. He know.
Okay, Chris, translate. Translate what he asked.
Mel, what he's asking is, would you prefer to use a bidet or like toilet paper?
Why did you just say that?
Because he know.
Me personally, I actually use a actual rag.
To wipe your booty?
Yeah, I mean, I'll use a little bit of toilet paper because the brown paper is expensive and you don't get the extended rolls.
Do you?
So-
How many when you're wiping your booty hole?
Come on,
do
bro.
you? How many tiles of
Bro.
paper?
It just depends. Depends on what the day was like yesterday.
Depends on what the day was like.
Seriously, I mean, at my peak cleanliness, I didn't need any toilet paper. Which
you just
you know,
poop it
yeah,
out,
you
comes
just
right out.
it comes out and it's clean, which is what happens with animals. And at my worst, what I've been drinking, and I got that diarrhea from drinking. The next day, you keep wiping until you don't see streaks. Yeah. But I'll probably use because you gotta use a certain amount just to get a good grip. You know what I'm saying? So
I typically only use one
square.
square.
Well, I mean, no, I can't use one square. I gotta use at least 4 squares. I use 4 squares, and I gotta fold it, and I gotta. But this is really a really weird conversation.
Hey man, people can relate to wiping their booty hole.
Yeah, everyone does it.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean we need to talk about it. Even though, I mean, we do. This is kind of up our alley, but still, I don't want to talk about it on this platform.
On the podcast, you don't want to talk about wiping booty holes?
This platform, A-OK.
Who's an essay? Okay. All right.
That's it.
All right. We don't have to talk about booty hole, but you use 4. I use 1. How many you use?
2.
2? Okay. You use 2 for the booty hole. All right.
You just cut this whole segment out.
Nah,
just
son. Nah, son.
chop this whole segment out.
Okay, but
Camera error.
But speaking of booty holes,
Oh wow.
there was a big old brawl where a lot of people got beat up. They got
their booty holes
they
beat?
got their ass whooped, and it happened in the great state of
Alabama.
Did you all see that?
I
The
don't see
whole
how
world
I don't
saw
see
it.
how you did it.
I didn't know what the hell was going on, and
Okay.
then I was,
Saw these chairs.
I wasn't even looking for it. I'm just
The
like,
internet showed you.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, everyone's talking about it, so let me investigate.
Mm-hmm.
And then upon a further investigation, I was like, okay, this is funny. And so based on, so I guess for those who don't know, I'm sure everyone knows, but
they all know.
just to, put it in a nice little a wrap, there was a brawl because a black worker, I guess a worker, but he was, they were at a boating dock, and there was a party that had their boat docked in the location where a bigger boat that was docking needed to be there, and they was asking these people, they happened to be just white people, to move their boat, and then they declined to move their boat, and then they went to go move it themselves, and then a white dude attacked this guy, and then he got jumped, and then all hell started breaking loose.
Yeah.
Aquaman came out of nowhere.
Bro, that part was
That was just like, bruh. He really jumped in this water and
jumped in the
swam
water
across the
and then got there in the fight.
canal.
Right.
I mean, it actually was really starting to pick up.
It was starting to pick up, yeah, but I was like, what is happening? What is happening? So in Alabama, I guess they're known for being racist. I wouldn't necessarily say this was a racist-inspired brawl. I know,
Sounds like an alcohol-inspired brawl.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they were drunk. Like, not the crew. He was crew.
Yeah.
He worked there.
Right.
But the people that were just being dicks, they didn't work there, and they were out of line. They were wrong.
Yeah.
Completely wrong.
Yeah. And like a lot of times I like to look at videos to see, okay, who was right, who was wrong. And obviously the aggressors were the white people. And, it's anytime it's black and white, it's always clickbait. And so I like to analyze it to see.
You gotta look through it a little bit.
You have to look through the lens and versus what everyone else is saying. And so I thought that brawl I guess it highlighted the camaraderie that people have when, when stuff goes down. I don't necessarily like to make it about race, but in that instance, the white minority or majority minority, they deserved it in that particular instance.
I mean, I'll say this. Number one, from what I heard, everyone that was in the video that was seen fighting and they could identify, they arrested them, right? because from the looks of the video, I only saw black people getting arrested. I didn't see anybody white getting arrested, right? So this was something that I had to do a little digging because first thing I said was, first of all, I mean, granted, you know, I don't really condone violence in general, right? But to me, it was self-defense, like to a certain degree.
Some of it was self-defense.
Right, to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Right, but here's the problem. They started it.
Yeah.
And I hate saying that because you started it. I mean, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like, this man is working and he's asking you to move your boat because we have an actual ship that's coming in that needs this space. You need to move. And then because they were drunk and they were having the time of their life and they felt as though they didn't need to because they have a boat, right? Then he had the nerve to swing on this man.
Yeah, that's like
right?
what's happening.
And then it was one-on-one, and then some random dude, probably his grandson or somebody, comes out of nowhere, and then they start jumping him.
Yeah.
Right? So at that point, you got what you deserved, and I dislike the fact that I only saw white people getting arrested.
Black people.
I'm sorry, black people getting arrested. And even if some of them got arrested later, it was the visuals. The optics, right? Like, I did not like that because the cops, of course, didn't know what was happening. They just come on scene. They're just arresting people.
Well, you know who's getting arrested first.
Right, but they're arresting the people that are winning, but y'all didn't see that he was getting jumped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The first dude that jumped in to help him was really trying to break it up.
Yes.
Like, you could see
he
his
was
energy
coming down the stairs.
Yeah, his
like,
energy was more like, yo, y'all can't jump this dude.
Yeah.
That was more of his energy. So they even still pushed beyond that because it could have just been like, okay, you know, we got a little out of hand.
Yeah.
But no, they just started swinging more.
Well, I think that because the younger guys, he threw the hat up, right? And then the younger guys,
they said it was like a bat signal.
They were yeah. He threw the bat signal, and then the younger guys came from up on the port or on the dock or from the whatever down the dock, and then by that point they were already back on their boat, and then that's when the dudes ran up, shirts off, like, okay, yeah, what's good now? We're here now. Like y'all was all rah rah rah. You know what I'm saying? And then they started swinging on the boat. But it's like, bro, just because you've decided it's over doesn't mean it's over. Like you jumped him.
Yeah.
So
Got to get your licks back.
yeah, I mean, I think that the whole thing. I think in all, I think that
Throughout this chaos, I honestly could say it sucks that the violence part happened, but the beautiful part of it is that
we came together.
besides that,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
we got the memes. We got the memes, man.
Bro,
there
that
always
chair.
has to be entertainment.
That chair.
Did y'all see the memes? They had the portal from like the Avengers.
Yeah, they went hard on the Avengers.
I didn't see that one.
They had
saw
the
that.
portal with the Avengers. You know how when Captain America was standing there and then
Yeah.
the portal opened.
Oh, yeah.
With Black Panther, Spider-Man, and all them walking back through the portal, and they had the portal with two of those white dudes and just a line of brothers just right there. And they had the little circle portal thing. I was like, that is hilarious,
Bruh.
That is hilarious. And now, at that particular point in time, stores online were selling out of chairs.
No, you're lying.
Selling
That particular white chair, that church,
Chairs.
that church,
Those
foldable
that
chairs.
church
those
foldable chair.
folding chairs.
Well,
were-
because people were buying them to do skits and stuff
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
actually makes sense.
I saw a skit where this dude interviewed a chair, and he put a do-rag on it. Put a do-rag.
That's
on
actually
it.
hilarious.
It was hilarious. Like, dude.
Instead of using a gun, like hey man, I'm strapped with the chair.
I feel like in that video, right? So the one dude, so he hit the first dude with the chair. I feel like the cops were all around, right? They, I don't know if they were coming for him after the first hit, but when he hit that woman on the ground,
Bruh.
I said,
That was literally like a WWE moment.
like, bro, like you could have broke her neck.
Yeah,
like,
you went too far.
I think that was too far.
Well, first of all, let's keep it 100%. She should have never been there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, she was she was trying to ride, but then she started. I'll say this:
She should have never been there.
she should have been
She
there.
kept coming back.
She kept coming back, and then other women kept coming up and beating her up.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, just run, girl, run.
Yeah, there's
like,
literally nothing that she can
there's
do.
nothing you can do here. But I'm glad that we did not see a bunch of like brothers hitting women. You know what I'm saying? The women came in and they were hitting the other women. Like it was something that it was something we've seen. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it wasn't like, oh my God. You know what I mean? It was more or less like, I mean, this is something you see in the hood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be involved in it, but I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing like them big clubs or them big fights in the club.
Yeah.
Bro, but he hit that one with that chair and they arrested him. I said he's getting assault charges. They may have just given everybody else some.
I mean, you know,
I haven't looked it up. Have you looked it up?
About the charges and all
Yeah,
that?
did he
Nah,
get-
I didn't look up any charges. I mean, I wasn't trying to be too invested in it. You know, I mean, because I was watching the video.
We're all
and
invested.
Huh?
We're all invested.
are we?
I'm not. I don't like.
How much time did you spend looking up those memes?
I didn't look up the memes.
You saw them, right?
They come across my timeline.
And you stop and watch them?
Not watch. I just okay, that was funny, and move on.
Sounds like an investment of time.
He's asking how much time did you invest?
Oh, minimum 15 minutes. Minimum.
15 minutes you invested.
Sorry, maximum 15 minutes.
You said minimum.
Okay, well I changed it to maximum.
At least 15 minutes.
At least 15 minutes because I was trying to see because they had multiple videos from different angles, and I'm just like, okay.
And there was extended clips.
yeah, and I'm just like, I don't really see the brawls. Like, how far do I have to go into to see the brawl? I'm like, what is happening? You hear people's commentary, get him, and you know these
Yeah.
women on the boat. You hear the commentary, and I'm just like,
Bro, this is why we need the Boondocks.
bruh, that is perfect. Boondocks would have been
Man,
perfect.
this is why we need it.
Oh, because literally in Boondocks, they had moments like this with chairs.
Yeah.
They literally had a moment like this in Boondocks with a chair. And so I was like, I'm mad. and then a brawl broke out. Oh, man, that you make a good point.
Bro.
Boondocks would have, oh, man.
Bro, they ruined everything, man. Because the Boondocks would still be here if it weren't for just the BS.
Yeah, the
you know,
creative and
with the
ownerships and stuff like that.
Sony or whatever it was.
Yeah, man. They just don't allow great things to be great.
Steve
Wow.
was looking
Okay.
up charges.
Steve looking up charges. What's happening?
So first of all, two things. Number one, he got arrested and he was later released.
All right.
The only charge he got was disorderly conduct,
Okay.
which is like
not too
it's
bad.
like
that makes sense.
it's like a $200 fine.
Everybody-
misdemeanor.
yeah, I would
Right.
imagine
They're
everybody
just
got
giving.
some.
They just you know.
Yeah.
But because it was so blatant, I'm surprised he didn't get more. Right.
she would probably have to sue him personally.
Right. But this man in particular, because people were, he had to get, I guess he got a lawyer or whatever. They set up a GoFundMe almost originally. It raised over $300,000
For the white guy?
for the black guy with the chair.
Why'd he get
Oh, the chair? Because he had the
Because
chair.
He had the chair. He probably was getting the biggest charge, but it was just disorderly conduct.
No, he got the most. That's where all the memes come from. People
got-
getting the chair
got the
tattooed.
most- he got the most
He's
kills.
the
People
superhero.
getting the chair tattoos. They got the chair signal in the sky. So that's now, I guess, that what instead of the black fist, it's going to be the chair now.
I mean, it's not gonna last long, obviously, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already started to slow down. What happened was there was another picture of these white cops with chairs.
Yeah.
And they said, "We're done. Y'all ruined it. It's over."
Yeah, I saw that.
The cops started taking pictures with
Cops
chairs?
started taking pictures of chairs. They said, "We're done.
Yep.
Y'all
It's
messed
over.
it
Y'all
up."
ruined it, yeah. But,
$300,000 in donations.
I mean, GoFundMe's go hard.
donations.
When people think that you are a part of a cause that they want to get behind, they will give you $20, $100, $500, and that
nationally, $20 adds up.
adds up fast.
Yeah.
It adds up very fast.
Have y'all ever seen like a brawl of this caliber? Not necessarily this caliber, but a brawl in real life that just got out of hand, like from personal experience.
I think probably the worst one that I've ever seen was probably in a club. I think it's Club 7.
Okay, back
Down,
in Cincy.
yeah, back in Cincinnati. Was it downtown? Or,
Yeah, that's on the river.
Yeah, it was. I just remember it looked like a warehouse. Something we had trouble getting in, and then we had to pay. And I'm like, this is trash. Like, and there were just multiple fights throughout the night. Like, and then there was a couple like big fights. You know, I've seen brawls beginning in college, and then they would come in. Chris, you may have been at this one. You didn't go to homecoming though. Did you? You didn't go to
I could
dances
see
and stuff.
Chris at homecoming though.
I think that
Getting some biddies.
well, maybe. Well, there was one
Yeah, I went
homecoming,
to homecoming.
that we went to.
I don't know what he's talking
I was
about.
there,
I went to-
and
were
this
shooting at
this
them.
fight started to break. There was a shooting outside,
Yeah.
and then this fight started to break out inside. Cops came inside and just literally pepper sprayed in the air.
Oh yeah.
Were you there for
I
that?
was there, yeah.
And then literally,
Everybody got pepper
I just
sprayed.
remember like dancing. I'm drinking, and I'm lit. I'm wasted, and just remember choking. Like I can't breathe. Like, and then literally like a stampede of everyone trying to run out of this gym. Like it's homecoming. You know what I'm saying? At college, they came in just pepper sprayed the air, which. I mean, it just goes. You ever been pepper sprayed? Or
Not
been
like
me neither.
But
But I'm saying you ever been around it where you
Oh
actually.
yeah, because like you mentioned that it took me back to I mean, I've been around a lot of fights, and I've been to a lot of clubs
You've
where
been in a lot of fights. You started a lot of fights.
I don't really start fights. You know what I mean? But I ain't afraid to finish it. You dig?
I don't start, but I finish.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But we used to go roller skating, and we used to. It was two spots: Golden Skates and Fun Factory. And so this particular moment, I think I was in high school. It was prior to the high school year beginning, but we went to Fun Factory, and they have like a club, and you dance and all this stuff. People sometimes. I think were we on skates? No, I think we were just in there. No, I think we were on skates, but you in the hood, people just gonna fight. And so when the Fun Factory was letting out, there's a ton of people in the parking lot. There's fights. There's a crowd of people. You got A1, you got Hillside, you got Brick City,
man.
you got Zone. You got all these different hoods, and all these different hoods is beefing with each other. And then the cops, they don't know what to do, so they just start spraying.
Yeah.
And then you just see crowds scattering because you start choking. That stuff is uncomfortable.
It is very uncomfortable.
That stuff is complete. I'm just like, bro, I got to get away from this. Your eyes start burning. You taking breaths. You like, oh, I can't breathe. I'm just like, man, nah, I don't want to be around that. So, I mean, I haven't directly been sprayed with pepper spray.
I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine that.
Man, that seems like it'll just seeing.
It's designed to incapacitate you.
It makes you feel like death. Like
It's like
I'm
torture.
dying.
It's like a torture.
I didn't get sprayed. I got about.
You never experienced
I was
pepper
there.
spray?
I was there. I just left before.
You ever been pepper sprayed?
No, that's the only time I would have possibly been.
You ever been tased?
Yeah, I've been tased. I didn't get tased. Bob might have got tased.
Bob definitely got tased.
I don't have any recollection of that. You're asking me right here, right now.
I've never been tased, but
I never been tased either. Man, I remember the next day I looked at Chris's shirt. He had holes in his shirt from where the tasers went in.
I don't even remember wounds.
I don't think you had wounds.
I don't think I did either.
But you had holes in your shirt though. I know that.
they
Yeah.
tased you in the back or
I don't remember.
No, it was in his front. I don't remember.
That was downtown Cincinnati
We were going to
that
Black
spot?
Fin.
Yeah, Black Fin.
Black
oh,
Fin.
Black Fin was actually a cool little
It
spot.
was fun. We didn't even get there. Chris got
did.
tased before we got there.
Yes, we did.
I thought y'all went.
No, you got tased before we got there.
I thought it was
No.
afterwards.
That was after.
Was it?
Yes, it was at the end of the night. How did you see it? How did everybody see it if they was inside?
That's why I felt like it was before.
No, it was after. I got mad at Lena, and I left. I was like, I'm just going to go sit in the car. And we didn't drive. Jessica or somebody drove. And her car, we usually park right across the street, but she parked down the street.
Yeah.
So I went where I remember us always parking.
You tried to get in the
and
car.
I got in the car. It was
Oh, that's
it
right,
was
because you were
exact-
right across the street from.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
It was
okay.
the exact same car.
Yeah.
And,
They thought you was breaking into a.
I just was like, you know what I mean? I literally just forgot that we went because we never do that.
Yeah.
So then some officer, might have been a bike cop. Hey, what you trying to do? Dude? I'm like, is it your car? Like, no, I was being honest, it's not. You know what I mean? But I wasn't trying to break in the car, but he was being a douche like they do. And so he was trying to handcuff me or whatever. And I said, nope, that ain't happening. And I took off. And they couldn't catch me. So they shot me.
Freeze!
That's what they do. They're lazy. You couldn't catch me, so they shot me.
At least it was a taser.
Yeah, true that.
I mean, listen, man, people think they see me and Chris now, but
Started from the bottom. Now
bro,
we just have experiences, you know.
I mean, I don't think a lot of people go through stuff like,
It just depends, you know. There's a lot of things that I would never thought I would have gone through.
That's true.
You know. So it just depends. It's but this was a decade ago. Ages is super about, but moving on to our next little topic, which is talking about one of y'all favorite people in the world, Lizzo.
Top G. Oh,
I thought you was gonna say Top G. Damn.
oh, so you on some bull then?
Yeah, you
Lizzo.
definitely on some
I don't
bullshit.
even know who that is.
Yeah, true that. But Lizzo, she's under fire because she's fat shaming her dancers.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
I heard about
what?
that.
No.
They trying to cancel her.
They're trying to.
No, she's not fat shaming anybody. Yeah. That's impossible.
Shit.
How is it impossible for Lizzo to?
black on black crime.
The pot can't call the kettle black. Y'all need to lose weight. I'm sorry, Buffalo Soldier.
Oh shit.
But she's under fire because she has been criticized for calling her her dancers for being overweight. They've gained weight, and also her dancers are saying that they were being forced to do sexual things.
Yeah, I heard that.
When they didn't want to do it, or so.
Oh, with the actual dance, didn't she have something where they had the dancers were putting their butts together, Lizzo's in the middle, bouncing on them like, ooh.
Well, that's something that they do in their stage.
Yeah, but I thought it was part of it. Like,
no, in this particular instance, they were in a different country, I think, where they were at like a strip club or a place where they have a banana in someone's vagina or something, and they were telling the dancers they should eat it and stuff like that. But they're going to this particular vicinity, so it's like going to a strip club. Let's just like us going to a strip club and we're paying for a particular service. This is in a different country.
What are we paying for?
Let's say we're paying for sex, or we're paying, not necessarily paying for sex, but paying for a lap dance.
Okay.
And you're just encouraging someone like, hey, go ahead, get a lap dance or so.
Okay.
And so now, since they got fired as their backup dancers, they're now claiming that Lizzo is, encouraging or was trying to force them to do things that they didn't want to do.
Of sexual nature.
Right.
And when you add that part, that changes everything.
But, I don't rock with Lizzo. Like, I don't rock with her anymore because of her promoting the obesity lifestyle and things of that nature. Her music is actually pretty decent, but because she can sing and all that stuff. But she promotes this unhealthy lifestyle. But in her particular defense, I could see how she is being
Extorted?
Yeah, being extorted for, something that these dancers naturally just do. They're very like, cause I've never like actively watched their dance, but I've seen like a few clips and stuff, and they're twerking, they're doing all these sexual dances and stuff like that. So you can't say that it's outside of your nature to do things that's sexual when you present yourself like that from the beginning. And so since they got fired, they're trying to extort her for her money, and they're putting her in a position, to be blackballed or to be canceled in a sense.
Are they male dancers, do you know?
Nah, they're all women.
Oh, I was gonna say because that's what women do, but they're just women doing what women do.
It's
That's
all women.
well.
And
Then
they're
there
all
you go.
overweight.
Well, then there you go.
So I'm just like, why are
So
they?
who do you? So when you're in this position, who do you defend? The queen, or or the victims?
I could tell you that the crowd is going to defend the victims.
Of course.
And they're women. They're always going to defend the victims. It doesn't matter if the perpetrator is a woman.
But it's Lizzo. They love Lizzo.
Beyonce, I guess, recently shouted out Lizzo because of what she was going through.
Look, at the end of the day, they're going to cancel culture trumps.
She ain't getting canceled.
I didn't say that. I said cancel culture trumps the whether she's a woman or not. It's not like
cancel culture don't care.
Yeah.
No, cancel culture is going to come for you. Doesn't matter who you are. It's not like you get protected. There's only certain people that are going to get protection. It's like Beyonce would have quite a bit of protection.
Yeah. Yeah, but Lizzo's not on that level.
No, not even close.
Here's the thing. Number one, I don't wish that type of stuff on anybody. Yeah. It's just like the conversation we had last time when we were talking about how girls will trap men, younger girls will trap men. So I don't like that regardless. I think it's shady. I don't like it, even though I'm not a fan of Lizzo, right? I don't dislike her as a person. I think Lizzo is sick. Yeah. Number one, like, and people say, "Oh, she's not sick. She's healthy. She can dance and she can sing." Like, no, she's sick. She has problems, right? She has health issues, and what I do not like is that she's not honest about those things, and she doesn't come out and tell people, "Listen, like, I want to be healthy." Right, but like say I want to be healthy, which tells you that you're not healthy.
She can't say that though.
Right, it's part of her image. Like it is just, oh, I'm vegan, but yet you were promoting Oreos because they're vegan. Like you had a commercial or an ad with like DoorDash, and you were like, I order all my favorites from DoorDash. It's in a tub, and literally all these snacks were just raining on her in this tub, and I'm like, number one, this is disgusting. Number two, I don't like how you promote obesity. Yeah. As in, it's okay to just love your body. Like, and I'm not saying that you should not love your body. Obviously, as a coach, obviously I want you to love yourself, but also love is also understanding that you need to say no to certain things. Love doesn't mean that you can't work on yourself. Just because I love you doesn't mean I have to like you or
put up with all your BS.
Or put up with, exactly. So it's the same thing with your physical body. Yes, I love myself, but there are things that I am still working to change because I want to be better, right? And that's the part of the message that is missing from her. The whole body positivity movement is all based upon just love who you are. Like, no, it's not just love who you are. That's an important piece. But love who you are, but also love is actually being respectful to your body and being
accountable.
Active and right, and doing, whether it's going to the gym, changing your diet, making sure that you're not putting chemicals on your face and under your arm and in all of that is love. Because if you knew these things, which a lot of people do, they just choose to ignore them, which I did with candles. If you loved your children, if you love your children, you don't purposely give them rat poison because you know it's going to kill them. But yet we will intentionally know that you have all these cereals, Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops and all these dyes that slow poison our children, right? So these are the things that I would wish that she would promote, as in saying, listen, I love myself, but I'm working to be better. Here's myself in the gym. And I know she posted stuff in the gym. I ain't seen that recently, right? Here's me eating healthy. Here's me, and not healthy as in, oh, vegan, slutty vegan fast food. Like, that's not healthy. But because she has such a big voice, people see that and they think all vegan foods, and if it's vegan, it's healthy. And we are in this fear, so we know that not to be true, but the mass majority of people do not. So that's what I don't like about her. It's the message that she sends with her actions and the things that she doesn't say.
You know, a lot of people are right now, they're posting like their children going back to school. You see a lot of pictures. At least I see it on my timeline.
Yeah, they're all, yeah.
I don't see it at all.
Like,
really?
Nah.
Because I don't really think he'd be on Facebook like that. But they be like, first day of school, taking pictures and all that stuff. And I see a couple people that I used to go to high school with.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
And honestly,
what they children look like?
Man, like some children are beautiful. I mean, most
Come on, keep it real now.
Clean it up.
Bruh.
Clean it up.
I honestly, looking at these children, I'm just like, when these children are overweight like this, I think it's child abuse.
It is child abuse.
When I look at it, I'm just like, this is literal child abuse. But then I look at the parent And the parent, the child is a reflection of the parent.
Right.
And so then I'm thinking like, okay, they don't even know any better. So they're just doing what they think is the best for their children because the way they live their life,
Right.
they're eating and they're abusing themselves, man. And so it's cool to see children happy and smiling because a child's smile, it creates a like, man, I love seeing this child smile and be happy. But seeing the children obese, like a child should not be overweight. A child should not have rolls and things like that. So it's upsetting to me. And so when you mention that Lizzo thing, it's like, man, she has a lot of influence about for the children and stuff. And I'm just like, man, this is like, it's perpetuating throughout society. And I see it. And a lot of times I want to say something,
Bro.
but I know it's not going to
fall
do
on deaf
anything.
ears.
Yeah, they won't listen. And I also know it's not necessarily my place to tell someone what to do with their child, especially if I don't really know them like that.
That's like, that reminds me of that story you told about that one girl.
That I met online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you try to give her some advice and she did not take it well.
Yeah, but that's it. And you said it earlier. People already know. They know.
Damn.
It's not like they don't know. At this point, we know because the generation of parents that are raising young children now, that's our generation. We know. They all know. Because
And the internet is, I mean, you can't not see things. I don't care what your algorithm is. There are certain things you see.
now I'll say this, that, there's a lot of people that get a lot of conflicting information.
That's true.
So that's true.
There's a lot of conflicting
There's a
information out
trend
there.
right now where people are like, they're watching Instagram and they're like, they think they're doing something healthy. They got their chicken breast or whatever and broccoli, and then they watching Instagram. They're like, stop eating chicken breast. It's toxic, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, F it. I'm gonna go get me a cucumber. Did you know vegetables are out to kill you? You know what I mean? So there is that, but at the end of the day, that's just all nonsense. Like, do your own research for real. Stop going to TikTok and Instagram for your like medical information. Do research, get books, like, look at the ingredients and stuff, look them up, like, learn. It's not really hard. And, at the end of the day, people are sticking their heads in the sand. But even if you do it unknowingly, I mean, in this world, that doesn't matter. It's still child abuse. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't get a pass because you didn't know, like, as an adult, right? You're expected to know the law. And that's part of the problem, is that they don't actually teach you the law, but they expect you to know it, which is like, okay, clearly you're being set up for failure.
But I would just think that when you see a child in school or in class and you compare them to I don't even know, maybe it's just a class full of fat kids. I don't know. But
they're all gaining weight. This the trend. The next wave, like even our teenagers, like, bro, it's
saddening to just literally see it. Like, you can see this kid is fat. This kid is fat, and the kid doesn't know any better, and so they'll typically likely be picked on because bigger people get picked on and all that stuff.
Well, they used to, but now they're all big. Before it was one fat kid.
Teasing and stuff is gonna happen though.
Yeah, you can't stop that.
Like, you can get, we used to roast cats.
Oh yeah, but now it's no
pretty.
bullying. So bullying used to help me. I would go home and do push-ups.
It's shame can be a very benefit.
It can. I mean, I'm not saying it's. I'm not. Well,
Shame is not. Shame to me is like anger.
It just depends on how. It depends on the child or the person, because some people can take that shame as motivation, and then some people can feel that and internalize it, and then they'll just do more of it, and it'll,
I can't agree with that.
Okay,
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, let's go there then. Let's go there, because I know you're going very technical.
Ready? Hey!
That's not a fight. I mean,
let's go the extreme. Let's remove shame 100%.
Okay.
Now what do you have? Body positivity. You got Lizzo. You got all this
bullying.
You've got everything. You have everything.
Well, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that I understand what you're saying. How shame can be positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement.
Well, it's not positive reinforcement.
Well, but shame in and of itself, and yes, I am being very technical, but shame in and of itself is the thought that you as a person is wrong. You're broken. No. There's something wrong with you.
That's shaming.
Well, that's not what you said, but
that's the conversation. Well, I didn't talk about someone feeling shameful.
Okay.
We're talking about someone shaming someone.
Shame.
That wasn't good. You shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, all right. That's fine.
It's two
I can
different.
accept that.
I think it's two different.
But I mean, yeah. But I mean, I did that, right? I went home and I would go run around the block like I'm overweight. I'm gonna go run. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't like, now obviously over time things didn't change, but that's because things didn't change in my house. Right? I'm a child. I don't have access to fruits if they're not in my home. I don't have access to vegetables if they're not in my home. So it's very difficult for a child to change that situation if they don't have access to it. So it really does fall on the parents. And it's really upsetting when you see these things. And of course, Mel, I see them. I'm right there with you. Of course, it's not my place. I'm not saying anything. Like, y'all know who I am. If anyone wants information, like, I have people that actively reach out to me about their children. Hey, Steven, what should I do? Should I give them this? Should I give them this? What do you think about this? Like, I mean, literally actively reach out. So the information is there. And anybody that knows any one of us three, they could always reach out and get our opinion.
They won't.
But no, of course they won't.
There's a rare few.
I mean, you talking friends and family. Obviously, we have a community.
Right.
I got hundreds of messages in my inbox, but
well, I'm talking specifically friends and family who reached out to me.
Yeah, they
not
reach out,
people that are in our community who are personal friends who know me. They've seen my changes, and now they're just like, wow, "What can I do? Like, I need to make some changes, and I want to pass these down, right? Like, so." The information is there. But it's on the parents.
Yeah,
it's sad.
It really is sad, man. But you know, there's only so much that you can do based on the standards that's happening within our society. So,
especially when ramen noodles are 25 cents a pack, and you have an apple which is $2.99 a pound. You get 3 apples.
That's so backwards. Why do we live in a society that makes the food?
The actual food, real food,
that nourishes our body, fruit and all this stuff, and fruits and vegetables and natural foods. Why do they make that stuff so much more expensive? And then the foods that are killing us, why do they make it so cheap, which will make people buy it more?
Bro, honestly, no one can dispute this. You can go get a 3-liter of soda for any
3 liter.
Yeah,
that's a gallon. 3.5.
No, it's not.
2 liter.
What? No, a 3-liter.
Oh, you're talking about the
remember the old school ones? It was the bigger than the 2.
Red Lion or them Food Line type. They're a little thicker.
They're thicker.
My bad. I'm tripping. My bad. You're right. I'm wrong. I apologize.
I mean, I'm assuming they still got them.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, you can get a 3-liter for 59 cents to 99 cents, but a gallon of water is $1.29. You know what I mean? And if you go to a bottle of water, it gets more expensive.
That is so wild.
It's so stupid.
That is so wild.
It's mind blowing.
It is so wild to me. How is this not apparent to people? And we wonder why there's so much sickness and diseases, and it's really a frustrating thing. But there's only so much that you can do about it, you know, within your circle and things that you want to put out there and promote. And I am actually a little happy that I started living a little bit more healthier, because like I saw a picture of my mom, like I want to say a few years ago, because I just came back from Cincy about last week, and she was just showing me some pictures, and I was just like, oh my God. It was like you can see the inflammation, but she's changed her diet since then, so she looks much better. And I saw this picture, I was just like, oh my God, I cannot believe you look like this. I can't believe it.
Because you just were used to it. Yo, shout out to your mom, man.
Shout out.
Straight up. Because that's not typical. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a certain type of person to hear advice and make changes and get results.
Bruh, I was just like, and I was like, I showed you the pictures, like you judged. It's like, no, I said, you look so much better now. So I'm not even slighting you. I just can't believe that you were so puffy back then. You were puffy, The funny thing is, like,
just give a compliment, but just slices you at the same time.
Right. But I could even see it in some of my old pictures.
Sure.
Like my face was a little bit more puffier. And
you was a thick boy.
Nah, I was never.
No, at one
thick.
point,
Mel, I saw some old pictures. I commented. I said, Mel, you was a little bigger.
Especially when you first moved here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Because you was always, in my mind, you were always like this, but you were small. You didn't have as much muscle, right? But then the pictures that I saw when you were here, like old pictures, I was like, that's the biggest I've ever seen you.
It's
It's
crazy.
the biggest he ever was.
It's crazy because I was trying to be a football player at one point in time. You know what I mean? Trying to be a wide receiver until I see him getting hit. I was like, nah, I ain't gotta be a wide receiver. They gotta be a rapper. But you know what I mean? It's crazy to see the growth. And Anthony got to get his puffy ass.
Damn, call him out.
Yeah, it's just
Mel gonna call him out.
yeah. He's hanging around us and still eating his bullshit.
Ain't no excuses. Anthony's always been fairly small too. So you know what I mean.
Anthony got all the tools, man.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
the support, man.
but it is what it is. One day he'll come around because we took a picture recently. I'm just like, bruh, why you so puffy, man?
Hey, Anthony, I
Damn.
did a 3-day fast. I did a juice fast, bro. It was easy. I lost like 8 pounds. It was easy. Just came right off.
Easy money, man.
About to start back up tomorrow. Knock off another couple pounds. Get ready for the retreat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, get right for that
It's
retreat.
easy money.
Okay, but Neo, y'all familiar with Neo, a singer?
Yeah.
The singer Neo.
Sexy love.
He
Is that Neo?
Yeah. You're the things you do.
Keep
Oh,
me
baby.
sprung, keep me running back to you.
He used to kill it, man.
I know, right?
Man used to love Neo.
Sexy love. That was Tyler and DeWitt.
Oh,
Steve DeWitt?
yeah.
That was them, right? They made that song. Was
No,
that
that was my song.
okay? But which one of them were on it?
Neither one.
They
It was-
did no. They did something with it.
No, they recorded their own song.
Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about. It was them two.
Not on the Sexy Love. I did Sexy Love. Steve DeWitt did a song by Chingy. It was like a instrumental by Chingy, and he was way off beat. He was all off beat.
Man, that was a good time. All right, come
Good
on.
time.
How come
Go
you
ahead.
ain't got back up with DeWitt? I mean,
I'm friends with him on Facebook.
I know, but how come you ain't got back up with him?
I don't even think he lives in Texas no more.
Oh.
But
He was in wasn't he from Arkansas or something?
I think he was from Austin because I know
Oh, okay,
Jeremy
maybe that's-
recruited him because they were. I don't know. Somebody recruited him.
Okay.
But anyway, besides the point.
Sorry.
Neo, the singer, he recently had an interview and he was talking about
God.
y'all hear about this at all? Okay. He recently had an interview where he was talking with this chick about children and about them being okay with changing their gender. And then when did it come to a point where parents are okay with children making these life-changing decisions about changing their gender? You know, you have all these restrictions on alcohol, restrictions on when you can drive, and all these other things, but you want to give a child the okay to change their gender to be a woman and all that stuff. If he made an example saying, like, if you give a kid candy all day, that's what they're going to eat because that's what they want. They don't know any better, and it's not good for them. And so he put that message out there that, like, he's taking care of his children, and he does not. There's no way in hell he's going to let his children do anything like that. And so he received backlash for
Big
that. Big backlash for people, saying that, what he's saying isn't like inclusive and all that jazz. But then his publicist put out a tweet. And he was basically the tweet was basically apologizing and saying that, at the end of the day, he wants to stand together and he wants to learn more. And he apologized for his statement. It's not something that he really meant.
Oh, you're a kid. You're serious?
Yeah, and so the public, they view it as Neo, but it was his publicist who put that message out. And so Neo, he created a video. He was like, I'm going to make this clear so you hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Because a lot of people who are on our wavelength when it comes to this whole movement and they're against it, they was like, cancel, or they were basically giving him shame. Like, Tristan Tate, he saw that tweet from Neo and he was just like, oh, blocked.
Right. Like, how did you take that back?
Right.
Don't let them.
And so Neo, he created a video defending it, saying that you want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. I'm not okay with children or my children or any other children changing their gender. That he's not okay with that at all. If you want to do what you want with your children, that's fine. But I'm a father of 5 boys and 2 children and 2 girls. So yeah, 7 children. He got a lot of kids. He out there, he fucking. But,
He's definitely fucking.
and so he was just like, no, I am not okay with this at all. And you're going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth instead of the publicist. So I respect him for putting that back out there to, to defend himself when it comes to this and standing his ground when it comes to children being in positions to change their gender.
I mean, I think he made a great point in that interview. He said, because it really wasn't about necessarily the children. I mean, I think the focal point was the parents. They highlighted the gender thing.
Right.
That was a part of the conversation. But the point of it, what he was saying was, he was saying parents have forgotten their roles, right? And your job as a parent is to correct action. So if your child is moving in this direction, they start getting off course, your job as a parent is to say, oh, no, you're going the wrong way. Get back on course, right? That's your job as a parent. It's just like you're driving a car. Let me give you another example. You're driving a car, and you have those cars that now have your lane correction.
I personally don't like those.
I don't either, right? But if you start drifting, the car says, hey, get back in the lane, right? That's the same thing. It's your job as a parent, right? Now, as a 5-year-old, children grew up, if they grow up with their mothers, they see their mother wearing heels, they may want to try heels on too. I mean, just to be like, what's it like to walk in these? These are different. That doesn't mean that they want to be a woman, right? So your job as a parent is to simply make gentle corrections to keep your child on a certain course. No, of course, I can very easily say I don't agree with gender affirming care or whatever they want to call it at all. I think that if you decide as an adult that you want to make that decision and you have researched it and got all the facts, that's your choice. I don't mind anybody that has transitioned. I don't think that you should not be able to get certain care. I mean, you're a human being, and I think that there's certain care that you maybe need. I think that there's certain things you need to go through, therapy and such, before you go through that process. I think that there are certain things that should be required before you can just say, I just want to change, right? But as far as children goes, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Leave the children alone, right? If a child is 12, 13 years old and they're just like, oh, I want to change my gender, like, okay, well, you can do it when you're 18. My dad told me I could not get my ears pierced till I was 18. I wanted to get my ears pierced since 14, 15. Nope. When you're 18. And guess what? I wanted so bad on my 18th birthday, I took my own money, I went to the mall, and I got my ears pierced. Right?
18 to get your ears pierced?
That was his rule.
Okay.
You don't need to be 18, right? You can get your ears pierced
When you're 2.
Well, you need You need to have consent from an adult.
Right, the parent.
Yeah.
Right? So there was certain, I had to live by his rules.
Yeah.
But I wanted it so bad, I got it done on my 18th birthday. Right? So if you have a child who is whatever age and they decide that they want to have this done, make them wait. And I researched it. I researched because people would say, well, you're as a melanated person, right? There's you can have issues with your ears, you can get keloids, and I researched it. I just looked stuff up, right? Now I'm a youngin'. This is 18. This is back 04. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still was able to look things up and to say I want to do this. But I, as now an 18-year-old, made an informed decision. But even now at 37, and I'm thinking about where I was at 18, that's almost 20 years ago, right? I'm a completely different person. Would I still get my ears pierced? Absolutely, yes. Right?
Because you're wearing earrings right now.
I got them things on. I thought about getting a second one, but
stay with the chunky earrings.
I stay with them. I mean, if I can find them bigger, you know what I mean? I stay with them. I also have a big face. They fit. My thought process and the way I think and everything is completely different now.
Yeah.
Right? So let those children grow. Let them go through these phases. My daughter asked me,
I think it should be illegal.
Like, Daddy, if I wanted to transition to a boy, how would I do that? I said you can't. What do you mean? What do you mean if you wanted to?
It's not
right?
possible. It's
it's impossible.
Yeah, I had a really adult conversation with her. I said you have girl parts. I said you can't just get a boy part. I said it's not possible. And after we had that conversation, it was done. Never heard about it again. Never a thought. Never nothing. Right? But I nipped it in the bud, and I'm not saying that she wanted to.
She's just asking the questions.
She's just asking questions, right? But if you, as a child, if you affirm that, like, well hold on, well, tell me why. Do you think that you feel like a boy? Well, I don't know. Sometimes I like things that boys do. Okay, well, let's go talk to a doctor. Maybe they, like it's manipulation. That's abuse.
Honestly, I don't think men in general promote that type of stuff.
Oh, it's women.
I consistently never hear about a masculine man ever talking about changing their gender or anything.
Well, okay, let's be clear. When it comes to transitioning, transsexuals are mostly men.
They're yes, men transitioning to women.
Yeah.
Men, yes. Biological men probably are the most transsexuals, right? But as far as the promotion of it, it's women. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Because I'm just like, I honestly think it should be illegal. I don't agree. I think it should be illegal to cut your body parts off to become something you can never be.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but I think it should be illegal. You should not. I honestly think that we should have a society where we should not be able to do that.
Well, this is America.
Period. I know this is America. I don't promote that lifestyle. I don't acknowledge. I don't like it.
They're gonna call you a communist.
I don't care. Call me what you want. People they don't look at the effects that it have on people when they actually transition and go through it. They don't talk about the suicide rates that happen to these people. They don't talk about the side effects and all this medicine that you have to take.
For life.
The pain that you go through. You know that Matt Walsh, he was interviewing someone that looks dead on a dude.
Yeah, that dude. Dude girl.
Yeah, he looks dead on a dude, and it's a woman. And I was just like, yo. And he was
sounds like a dude also? Oh, okay, all right.
He's kind of soft, but
it's soft, but you would think it was a man.
You would definitely think it was men, because I was just like, yo, that dude, whatever they did.
When women transition to men, it's like, bro, that's a dude. Because of the beard, bro, the beard.
Yeah.
If they grow hair, if they start growing hair,
the body, you don't got breasts, it's like, bro, you look like a dude.
So I see this stuff, and I'm just like, no, this isn't right. Like, granted, okay, people do what they want with their life. Do whatever you want. Do all this stuff, but this is just how I personally feel. Because they don't talk about the mental health aspect of it and all the pain that you go through. And then seeing that person speaking with Matt Walsh, I'm just like, they say that the doctors don't even tell them the side effects that happen years down the road. They don't tell them that stuff.
Because how much is the surgery making them?
Exactly.
And how much are the pills and everything that comes along
for
with
life?
It? So here's my thing, Mel. I would not agree that I think it should be a law, because once we start getting into, like, in general, I think we overstep our boundaries with laws. However, if we talk about negative or positive reinforcement, then we would just simply portray, hey, you could get it, but this is what you know what I mean? We could literally take the propaganda and spin it around, and people would just stop wanting to transition. You wouldn't even need a law.
It could be like how they do for, like, cigarettes.
Basically.
They show you the bad thing, even though people still smoke cigarettes.
But a lot less, though.
Yeah. But they'll know this, because even on a cigarette box, they say, hey, I'm going to kill you.
It tells you it's going to kill you.
They tell you that. So if they at least promoted the negative sides of, transitioning to a man or a woman or whatever, and taking all these, or becoming whatever you want. I don't know. But if they gave the side effects, or have, like, promoted the negative side of it, instead of just, hey, be what you want to be, if they promoted that, then I'll be like, okay, if they're at least knowledgeable of some of the side effects, some of the mental aspects, and some of the understanding of how these chemicals is going to affect them later on down the road. If that was a more knowledgeable type of thing, I would be like, okay, you're just
Ooh.
Good thing he's the editor.
Do you, boo-boo?
Here's what's funny, right? So when I was an electrician, my first orientation, we did 8-hour OSHA class. And this is just for a job. I'm just getting a job.
8 hours of safety.
It was an 8-hour safety class where they showed us all the crap that can go wrong on the job when you don't do what you're supposed to, all the negative side effects, right? 8 hours of it. As someone who wants to transition and change a life-altering surgery, they don't even get 1 minute of that. It's all backwards. It's all backwards. Anytime there's a situation where there's an entity that actually cares and actually wants to protect and make, because it's a liability for them if you're unsafe. So they want to make sure you're safe. Anytime it's legitimate, they put you through training. And then guess what? You can say, you know what? This job ain't for me. This is too dangerous. I'm clumsy. I don't want to adhere to these rules. And they can say, you know what? I don't want it. Or people can say, you know what? I can handle that. I can be responsible. I can do that. But they get to make that decision because they get all the cards laid out for them versus just, hey, if you come work for us, you can make $20 an hour. You're an electrician. You in the construction field, you top tier. All the girls gonna want you. You know what I mean? Instead of just painting the most beautiful picture, it's like, no, this is what it is. You could take the good and the bad. I mean, one guy, they told us like, yeah, a guy just got run over at Parkland and died. He got crushed by a machine because he was like listening on he had earbuds in, wasn't paying attention, didn't hear the machine coming, crushed him and died. You know what I mean? They told us that in orientation. So it's just like, people need to know that. Hey, by the way, this dude, that's like with eye surgery. Everybody gets eye surgery, but people don't know, like there's a small percentage of people that commit suicide because of their eye surgery that have pain that will never go away, want to rip their eyes out.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Things of that nature. When I heard that, I said, nope, I'm good. I would rather wear
I don't
glasses.
even care the percentage. I can't. Jeez.
1% chance that you're going to want to commit suicide and rip your eyeballs out. Oh, I'll just keep my glasses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's a very high percentage that you're gonna have irritated eyes, dry eyes. You're gonna have eye drops. That's a high percentage. Very annoying. Still too much. Don't want to do it.
Yeah. So create the awareness and then make the decision. So I don't think they even create that awareness first, because I guarantee if a lot of children saw that of all the side effects and bad stuff that would happen, no, they wouldn't do that.
Shouldn't even be an option.
Because I know when I was a child and we went through sex education. They showed all these diseases. I was like, oh, I'm never having sex.
Right.
I'm never having sex.
Yeah.
Immediately. I was like, nah, not happening. Nope, not happening.
This is 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So but they don't present that to the children. That's the other thing. So it is what it is. Parents, be careful and make better decisions out there. One last subject, and then we can wrap. Did y'all see that new video with Keke Palmer and Usher?
No.
They actually have a video. It's actually a pretty good song. But it's basically perpetuating what Keke Palmer was, talking about with her boyfriend. And
That's trifling.
Yeah. And
Usher, that's trifling, Usher.
the song is actually really good. It's kind of catchy.
That's trifling.
It is trifling.
It sounds like they were just trying to
Capitalize
on that situation.
But it's like for what?
Money.
Yeah.
Really?
So their
Usher needs
morality
money.
and values for.
But he's in they're in the video, and she's not singing or anything. She's just like the main act.
The main girl.
Yeah, the main girl in the video. She's dancing and all that stuff. And the song
Is she
is
still with her boyfriend?
I
No.
don't think they're together.
They're
like parenting separately or something like that.
She blocked them or something.
Okay. All right. Now I'll have to mute this because it's copyright and all that. But it's actually a pretty catchy song, man.
Mel, this is trifling.
I know, ain't it?
Yeah, at the first line.
Yeah,
Usher's talking shit. Like actually, I kind of just lost a little respect for him, right there.
Yeah, that's trifling. I've never known him to do anything like this. It's really trifling. I'm disappointed.
Now, if he would have just come up with a song and that the situation wasn't so big, it's different. Like, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? But because of the situation, and then you come up with the song and you put her in it, if she wasn't in it, maybe.
I mean, clearly he's talked about his life before, which he claims
right.
wasn't his life, but whatever.
Right.
You know.
But it's the fact that this was such a big thing, and she was involved, and she's in the video.
She's lipping the words.
Like, bro, I don't like that.
Yeah, I thought I have the exact same sentiments. I mean, the song's still catchy, but I have the same sentiments. But I was like, it would actually have been cool if the boyfriend, because I didn't know their status. Like, if he was involved in some form or fashion, and maybe they mended it. And they just
that would have been perfectly.
They told a story. Like
that would have been
to
perfectly
tell a
fine.
story.
Yeah. That's that was my thought process. Okay, maybe the boyfriend will actually show up and it'll be squashed and it'll be cool. But it was basically like shitting on a dude.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, for caring about how the child of his mother's being represented.
Tell your boyfriend to come. He know where to find me, bro. What?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Because even at the end of the video, she says it's like a skit. Like she calls or whatever. Like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so asleep. She's like, yeah, you know, because I'm a mother. And I was just like, wow.
No, that's really trifling, honestly. And I'm
because I know you're a big fan of Usher.
I rock with Usher. I'm disappointed in that one. And once again, it's like, for what? Like, you're Usher. You don't need to touch this.
Right.
At all.
At all.
So it's almost like personal vendetta type. I don't even.
You know, stuff be happening behind the scenes we don't know
Yeah,
about.
sure. There's always stuff going on behind the scenes. And, you know, at the end of the day, like me personally, I do my best not to show the world my pain and trauma. You know what I'm saying? If I got something going on behind the scenes, I do my best to keep it there. Especially because he knows that people are going to be like, yo, that's kind of effed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, duh.
Well, I think more people are going to ride with it because he's.
Of
know what I'm
course.
saying?
Look at the comments. He was like, oh, you killed this girl.
Of course.
Oh, you did this. I'm just like, bro, we got all these droids out here who just following the standard, not seeing, like, how is this? How, if you were in the position of being the boyfriend,
They don't. They don't care about men's feelings.
how does that make you feel?
I'd feel terrible.
Bro, that was being the status of both of them. You know how much clout that they naturally just get for being, you know, a celebrity. He has to be in the background, and they're like, what's that? Emasculating him or demasculating him?
Emasculating.
Yeah. So I'm just like, bro, it is very disrespectful, and I don't think that. I mean, I thought they were staying.
This is the type of stuff that gets people killed.
Yeah.
Because when you put a man against a wall like that and you strip him naked and you tell him to dance and you're, you know, doing all this stuff to him and whatever, he lashes out. That's what happens with these little, you know what I'm saying, school shooters.
Yeah.
They, you know what I mean? They get demeaned, put down, yeah, and then eventually they're just like,
It's literally like a Gohan moment.
Yeah.
Literally like a Gohan moment. You see Android 16 get crushed, and you're like, bro, I can't take this no more. You know what I mean? And then you spaz. That's exactly what it is, man. So I think women in this position, women need to be more understanding that disrespecting your man with another man in this particular atmosphere, it's not okay. It's never okay. And I don't think this should be I personally think the song's catchy. I still think the song's catchy.
Keep saying
it
that?
is catchy, you know.
I mean, Usher, you're gonna make a catchy song.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This shows you how trifling women can be. So now we get to see on full display how trifling can be, how women can be. Because we've talked about it many times about things that we've personally experienced with women, and now you get to see it. If anybody who has any logical brain cells in their head, can look at this and be like, yo, that's trifling.
Yeah.
Right? So, and this is the type of stuff, I mean, and the magnitude.
Even if you feel like she didn't do anything wrong with how she
the dress.
dressed,
Right.
How she acted, it's Usher, she was a fan.
Right.
Okay, even if you say, I mean, I defend her there. How do you defend this?
Right, exactly.
Saying, you know, like, okay, well, this is the father of one of your children.
Yeah. Right.
Right? And you make a song with the man
that broke y'all up.
That broke y'all up.
Bro.
And then he's saying, if you got a problem with me, you know where to find me. Like, how can anybody look at that and morally have any kind of like moral fortitude and say, I mean, I still rock with it. She didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Bro, you just
She
don't
probably
have
never
no moral compass.
It shows that she probably never respected him.
Oh, for sure, obviously. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you respected him and that you know that's his wishes, he didn't just come out the blue with this.
Yeah.
So then you would have never did it in the first place.
And then even if you did, and then even if you just decided whatever and it was just a bad time and y'all were already on the edge and you just broke up, you wouldn't have made a song about it.
Yeah.
Like, even if Usher made the song by himself, that's one thing. It wouldn't have been that bad. It's like, okay, well, Usher just capitalizing on a situation that he was kind of involved in, but he's really not involved in. I'll say it's a little grimy for Usher, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's her in the video. That makes
words, dancing.
That makes it so bad.
She's actually in the video more than Usher.
That's crazy.
That's so wild.
I mean, it's pretty obvious what's going on.
Yeah. So I
There you
mean, Darius, I think that's his name is. I mean, hey man, shout out to you.
Shout
man.
out to you, man.
Trying to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to come on the podcast, tell them. You know what I
Tell
mean?
your story. Tell
Yeah,
your
tell
side.
your-
We'll
tell
give
your
you a
side.
platform.
we give
We'll
you
give
a
you a
platform,
platform.
man.
We'll give you a platform, man.
We let your voice be heard, man. We won't mute you, man. But yep, we appreciate you all rocking out with us. If you're watching this video right now, we just came from the retreat. We just came back from the retreat. Well, actually, we're probably on a plane right now. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm thinking Sunday, Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, we're probably on the plane right now. So, yeah, man, we're going to be getting healthy and all that stuff. But we will see you beautiful people next time. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like the video.
Please hit the like button.
Hit that like button. And yeah, man, Chris James, Stephen Michael, I am Animated Mel. We will see you beautiful people next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.